Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about Aliens Vasquez by V. Castro from Titan Books. There you go, Titan Books. And this is something is on the cover of this book. I'm going to have to clean that off. But anyway, that's not for you people to have to deal with. So, this is the latest, I believe at the time of this recording, the latest Aliens novel. Now, before we get into this, look, I'm an Alien fan. I'm a Xenomorph fan. But I'm not the biggest fan. I haven't read every novel and short story set in the Alien universe. I haven't read all the comics. So I'm trying to head off at the pass all those people that jumped on my back when I did some other Alien book reviews. I'm simply talking from my personal perspective. Cut me some slack. Or not. It's a free world, but come on, people. Let's all be polite here. So, Aliens Vasquez is the story of the Vasquez family. We start with Jeanette Vasquez, the character from the movie Aliens. And at the start of the book, she is about to, or takes, her final test, her final exam, her final challenge, the final obstacle, whatever you want to call it. It's a physical thing, so it's a physical test. It's a fight. Anyway, the final thing that she has to do to get into the Colonial Marines. Which is, of course, when we meet her in the movie Aliens, she's one of the Colonial Marines. So that's where we start, and then we jump back and we get her a quickish version of her life story. And it really sort of sets the tone for what the Earth is like at this particular time. And then things happen. How do I do this without giving things away? Although, if you are an Aliens fan, if you've seen the movie Aliens, you know how Jeanette's story ends. But this is a generational tale, and so we meet Jeanette's children, twins, Letitia and Ramon. Ramon. Is that insulting? I should just say it the way I say it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should be saying it correctly. But look at me. Come on. So Letitia and Ramon, her twin children that she had to give up, they were raised by her sister. And so we're getting their story. And intercut with all of this, as we're being told about the Vasquez twins, we are jumping to a planet where there are experiments being done on xenomorphs. So don't worry, they're here. But the shit's not going to hit the fan for a little while. And then we see, so Letitia and Ramon, they're growing up, they're living their lives, they're doing their things. We really get to know these characters. And Ramon goes off to university and Weyland-Yutani, whereas Letitia wants to follow in her mother's footsteps and become a Colonial Marine. And so we follow them, and of course this is all going to converge, as we know it will, on that planet that we've been getting peeks of throughout the book. So, with my limited knowledge, I apologize, I'm distracted now by whatever it is that's on the cover of this book. With my limited knowledge of all of the fiction written about aliens, for me, this has been the most personal aliens story, because it does focus so much on the Vasquez family, on Jeanette in her part of the book, and then Letitia and Ramon in their part of the book. As I said, we do get these little peeks at what's going on with xenomorphs in Weyland-Yutani on this planet, but all of the craziness that one might expect from a book with aliens in the title happens in the last quarter of the book. Wow, not only is there something on the cover of my book, but I put it on the book incorrectly. So let me, and I was about to do it again. Let me fix that. This makes for great video content, doesn't it, folks? Anyway, I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. I am a fan of V. Castro. I have read most of what she's written, or that at least is available. I do have, what is it, Queen of the Cicadas I have not read yet. I do have it. Had it as soon as it came out. Haven't read it yet. She has a new book coming out very shortly as of this recording. Can't wait to get that. But, so I'm a big fan. I like the way she tells the story. And obviously Jeanette Vasquez and her family are Latinx. And so V. Castro is a perfect author to tell their story. And I can see the aliens purists, the people that jumped on my back in some of my other videos, not liking this story simply because it's about family, and it gets into family and what it is to be Latinx. And that's not what some people want. But I'm telling you, this is a very well-written, interesting story. The author mixes in those little touches of what's going on this planet with the xenomorphs just enough to tease us. But I didn't need that. I mean, it was nice, but I was just as invested in the family dynamics and the dichotomy. The Letitia and Ramon, they bump heads. They have 2 different paths, but ultimately they care for each other. And so I enjoyed all of that stuff as much as, I want to get to the xenomorphs and the craziness that we're going to get with an aliens novel. I enjoyed all the human family moments, the history. And so, yeah, it's a 4 out of 5 book. It's, again, V. Castro is a fantastic author, and I love that she was able to put her stamp on a great character, a great franchise. I would love to see her do more of this sort of thing. I love the other stuff that I've read. I just want her to put out, I don't know, a book a week. Is that too much to ask? As with any of the authors that I really enjoy, I want to see them doing their original stuff, but I also love to see them put their stamp on an IP. And this is a perfect example of why. I feel like if I didn't know that this was a V. Castro, that I've read enough of her work that I would at least strongly suspect, if I went in blind and just read this book, I think I would have a really strong suspicion that it was by V. Castro. So, yeah, I highly recommend this. 4 out of 5 stars. It's a great story of family and xenomorphs. It puts, I think, an interesting spin that I had not seen before. Again, I haven't read everything, but there's some stuff, these experiments that are being done, there's some very interesting and terrifying things happening with the xenomorphs. So, if you're a fan of aliens, I highly recommend it. If you're a fan of family drama, in the aliens sort of horror science fiction setting. If you're a fan of V. Castro, I highly recommend this book. Aliens, Vasquez by V. Castro from Titan Books. 4 out of 5. Really, really, really liked this book. So there you go. My question for this video, and I don't remember if I've asked this in any of my other Aliens book reviews. Are you a fan of the franchise? Have you seen the movies? If so, what's your favorite Alien or Aliens movie? Have you read any of the books? If so, what is your favorite book? And does this not interest you at all? Let me know all that in the comments below. Obviously, I'm a fan. I have a box set of the movies that has 2 different versions of each movie, usually like the theatrical cut and a director's cut. Some of them are theatrical cut and TV cut. There's tons of special features. I do have a few, not all, because there's a bunch, a few of the old Aliens novels from back when Dark Horse was doing it. I've been picking up all of the newer ones now that Titan has been putting them out. I think I have all of the newer stuff. Mary Sangiovanni's got one coming out. I can't wait for that. So yeah, I'm a fan. I'm not, obviously, as I said, just fanatical about it. I don't think every movie is fantastic. Number 4, not that good. And Alien vs. Predator Requiem, not that good. But anyway, I'm a fan. I enjoy it. I just recently ordered the Epic Collection. Since Marvel Comics now has the rights to Alien because Disney owns Marvel, Disney bought Fox, Fox had Alien. Marvel has a new Alien comic book series out. I read the first issue. Haven't read all the rest, but I did just order the Epic Collection that's going to reprint the original Dark Horse stuff, which is the first Alien/Aliens comic book stuff to have come out. So eventually, hopefully, they'll reprint all of that, and I'll get the whole Epic Collection for all that old Dark Horse Alien stuff. So yes, I'm a fan. Are you a fan? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on the Low Budget Review Show. Excuse me. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media. As of this recording, I am still on Twitter, which is at Ronin5757. On Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, it's Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's all I have for you. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith. And until next time, read more books.